Next question is, can I tell employees if a co-worker has tested positive for the coronavirus?
Okay. Again, this probably has a bit of both in terms of employment and health and safety. I think obviously it's important to think about your duty of confidentiality towards your employees, and obviously it could create a bit of stigma and some people might not be comfortable with that information being shared, I guess, with their colleagues. But we do know that if you've been in contact with someone who has coronavirus, then it's really important that you isolate. So I think hopefully in most scenarios, employers would be able to make people aware that they had potentially been in contact with someone who had tested positive without actually revealing their identity. But I appreciate that, that might not always be the case in every scenario. So I think if you can get consent to say they'd be happy for you to disclose it. If not, try your best to keep confidentiality, I think.
Yeah, I think
safety.
Yeah, I think I would add to that. Of course, because you've got this duty to protect the health, safety and welfare of your employees, you have a legal obligation to ensure that your employees coming to work are safe. And therefore, if you are in a position where you know somebody has tested positive for the coronavirus, then you have a duty to protect the employees that could have been exposed to them. So that means making sure people that are infected don't come into work because they can risk exposing others, but also advising people if they need to self-isolate because you have that information to share with them. So I think whilst there is a duty of confidentiality and it's health-sensitive information, there is a wider obligation in terms of ensuring the rest of your workforce is safe. Obviously, as Charlotte mentioned, if there's an ability to do that without disclosing the identity of the person who's tested positive, that's preferable. So it could simply be saying, we've got reason to believe you may have come into contact with somebody that's tested positive. That could have been in any communal areas, couldn't it? So hopefully it won't necessarily give the identity of the individual. But I think it's one of those where you have overriding obligations under health and safety legislation. So I don't see how you couldn't tell your employees.